Yo, it's Bam Bam Mo back with Media. Now, look, so if you're a chosen one, right? And all a chosen one means is that you choose to embody the light, or you choose to embody the higher order or the higher forces of energy. You choose to be in alignment with the Most High, with Spirit, or with the Holy Spirit, right? And so that's all it is when you say chosen, right? You're saying now is the time for you to step into your power because you chose to step into your power. Does that make sense? So this is the identity of a chosen one. So when you're talking about chosen people, right? Primarily when we're talking about family life, right? You normally chosen people come into a family that's normally disoriented or very chaotic, right? And the reason this is for healing in the family line. So when we come in, we have to come in, in the trauma, in the chaos, in a lot of these experiences when people deal with molestation and they deal with getting beat as a child, or they deal with getting ostracized and getting their family not even really being a family to them, you know what I'm saying? And they don't have a proper foundation. So this is what happens a lot of time in the family dynamic. Now, as a chosen one, what we are supposed to do, right? And this is just for you to have that awareness, is this is why would they do these things in your life? Why would these people cause these events to happen in your life? Because your higher self already knew that these events would happen in your life because it chose to go through this path. So remember, I told you to be chosen, you have to choose. So your higher self already chose to send you through these paths to make you into this better being. Now, you have freedom of will. So that being said, everybody's born with this freedom of willpower within their gut. This freedom of willpower gives you the ability to choose whether you want to be, positive or negative. We all have both masculine and feminine aspects, but the willpower gives you the ability to choose whether you want to be light or dark. So, and that being said, if you're choosing to be light, what you're going to do is you're going to influence your family by just being the light. You get what I'm saying? You're going to ultimately step into your power fully, meaning as you go through these experiences, you don't let it defeat you. You go through these experiences and continue to learn and continue to beat these cycles so you can start to change the DNA of the family line, of the lineage, of our genes, right? So each person will be put in their own family or in this family line to help heal the DNA and help heal the things that our ancestors weren't able to do when they were here on the earth. You get what I'm saying? So it's ultimately a path that seems very lonely because you're a person who is different. You're a person who is already in tune with oneself before anybody else around you ever really picked up on the awareness that they are more than a physical body. So you're automatically going to go through a lot of more experiences, whether you see them as positive or negative, because it's really how you take it, right? But they're going to seem negative because you got to remember y'all are not on the same frequency. And so that being said, this can cause a lot of us to close ourselves off, but really you're supposed to open up. So the more you open up, the more you share your light to other people, even if your family ain't accepting you, the more you just do this, you start to change the dynamic of your reality on the outside. So what it is what they didn't accept before, or what your family members thought you were crazy or thought you were, they didn't accept, how different you were before and how, you know what I'm saying, and the things that you could provide and bring before. And now they start to see those things because we're in a different time and we're in a different frequency. You feel what I'm saying? Because we have brought that frequency when we're talking about all of the chosen ones being in the 5D. So this happens when you start to change that dynamic in yourself. So we see now that all the family members of that time period that were before us, that was affecting us in a negative manner, was just for our greatness, for our rise. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it has cultivated us we transmuted that energy, and like the alchemist, and now we have cultivated ourselves into these new beings. You feel what I'm saying? So you see that although it seems like the foundation wasn't proper, it was really building you into this new being. Now this new foundation is going to be even way more significant than anything that you could have thought that was negative for you, because now you know how to deal with the negative and lower energies and transmutate it into positive energies. Now you can be positive and still move forward in this positivity without anything affecting you outside of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a purpose behind it. Now when you're on this earth, you get what I'm saying? Now you can start to influence other people's lives in a manner of which they will want to change as well. So now you can see that your friends changing. Now you can see that your family changing. Now you can see that others around you are changing just based off of your own energy, based off of your own frequency. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why we do this, right? So we don't get caught up into, why is my family so negative? If you continue to have that narrative, then you will, don't change your perspective in the mind and in the heart, then you will never fully grasp what it is to be a enlightened spiritual being, to be a being that's on a higher dimension. You feel what I'm saying? This is you have to be able to come out of the dualistic perspective of dark and light. You have to be able to come out of the dualistic perspective of evil versus good. If you can't do that, then you're stuck inside of the game. You're stuck in the matrix. They always want you got to remember, to create, they had to take the two conflicting forces. And so these two conflicting forces would be like a push and pull, be like a hot and cold, be like a light and dark, would be like, fire and water in these different aspects, right? So you have these different clashing aspects that ultimately come together to create something. So that's what you're doing, no matter what you're doing when you're in your family and different things like that. That's what you're doing all the time. You are taking these negative aspects and you're taking your positive aspects, and you're able to you learn how to balance each aspect. And as you balance each aspect, whether it's internal or external, you will see how it will start to reflect in a manner that will make you a greater being, so to speak. So it's always a process when you're talking about going through these cycles of time and space, and people that are very physical and very dense, they have trouble grasping these concepts, and this is why it's easy to get caught up in the lower nature and there being a lower state of existence of yourself. This is why you look at yourself in a certain manner. No matter where you are in life, you appreciate every day like it's your greatest. You feel what I'm saying? Because you understand that you are the greatness, not the day. You are the greatest. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, you live every day like you're great, even if you don't feel like it, even if you think things are just terrible. You feel what I'm saying? You still ultimately want to be in this mindset of I am a winner. I don't never lose. You feel what I'm saying? Because ultimately what you think is what you become. So like I said, when it comes to the chosen one and the family dynamic, it's all based off of your perception. Do you take those things and grow from it and continue to inspire to be more to where your family and them, they have no choice but to hop on the frequency with you feel me? Because you're gonna put those boundaries up and those separations, and what happens is now they have no choice but to respect you because you put those boundaries up. So now that you put those boundaries up, you feel what I'm saying? They'll start to, okay, I can't get over on them with this. Oh, I can't just talk to them like this any type of way. Oh, I can't just do anything I feel like to these people. You feel what I'm saying? And they respect you, and they may not say it, but they honor you and they revere you. They really love what you do, but them in their lower selves will never be able to accept that. But them in their higher selves know it. This is why they are drawn to you. So just anytime you deal with family dynamic, that's ultimately the key. Remember, chosen ones, this is what we do. We do this all the time. We've done this many times before, but now this is the time where we really heal this family lineage. Make sure y'all like, follow, and subscribe. Y'all really, repost it if y'all feel like it, and support if you want to. I got my cash apps and different things in the bios.